Hello and welcome to the premiere of the 12th season of Laker Connections on WTOP 10. I'm Ben Grieco alongside Cole Parzych, and the Oswego State men's basketball team had a big opening weekend at the NCAA Tournament. Cole, what happened at the Maxfield Gymnasium on Friday night?
Well, Ben, the number 25 ranked Lakers ousted Salem State last Friday to kick off their NCAA tournament appearance. Both teams were close through 30 minutes, but it was the final 10 minutes of the game where Oswego State's acclaimed defense derailed Salem State. Oswego State trailed by one with 10:38 left in the second half before they went on to a 20-7 run to pull away. In the second half, the Lakers outscored the Vikings 44-33, despite SUNYAC championship MVP Tyler Pierre following out with 5:15 left in the game. Pierre still managed to score a team-high 19 points. He also had 11 boards. Quinn Carey chipped in with 17 points of his own, shooting 4 of 9 from 3.
And on Saturday, the Lakers would continue their tournament success against Baldwin Wallace in the round of 32. Also played at that Maxfield Gymnasium. The Lakers did have the advantage, continued advantage that is, of the Oswego State faithful just across the street from the main campus. And now, early on, Oswego State takes an early 11-9 lead with 13:50 left in the first half. Liam Sanborn drives it in for the layup. He scored 20 points during the entire contest. Brandon Gartland decided to join in on the fun. Lakers up by one. He's at the arc. Nails the three from deep here. 1:46 left in the first half. And Oswego State now leads 36-32. And heading into the second half, Oswego State still leads 44-43 now. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. And Tyler Pierre did just that with a layup, drawing the and one. 15 minutes left in the first half. And back to Garland. He knocks down another three from top, again from deep. He had 3 3-pointers in the game total. Lakers now leading 64-58. Baldwin Wallace would tie the game, and we head to overtime. Liam Sanborn drives to the rim again with a shot clock at 2. He drops it in for the 72-70 lead, and Oswego State would come away eventually with a 75-71 leading to a huge celebration. And the Lakers now move on to the Sweet 16. It will face Marietta College in Rock Island, Illinois. Head coach Jason Leone compared the upcoming Pioneers to Baldwin Wallace at the press conference on Monday afternoon.
They play in the same conference. They try to utilize ball screen offense quite a bit, just like BW. They play at a little bit faster pace. They have more guys that play in games for them, and they have more guys that score. So that presents problems for us.
And so Cole, Leone just said that they have more players, they have a fast-paced play, they're in the same exact conference as the opposing team, or as, Baldwin Wallace. What exactly does Oswego need to do to combat any potential situations only having 6 players?
Well, being that short man, and then also we talked about them running off-screen ball offense a lot. That's going to wear your defense down. So efficient offensive set is the first key. The second one is rebounding both the offensive and the defensive glass. But talking about the offense first, Liam Sanborn is going to be the main focus for Oswego State. He's their primary ball handler, and his ability to limit turnovers is going to be the first telling point if Oswego State's going to have success against Marietta. He averages 3 a game, but he gave up 6 against Salem State. He gave up 3 against Baldwin Wallace, and then just 2 in the SUNYAC final. So right now, high leverage situation. He's been a little all over the map right now, still around his average, but if Oswego State wants to get on the right foot to start, his ability to limit the turnovers, read plays, and find guys in the right spots where they're cutting and let those possessions set up, that's going to be big for Liam Sanborn. And then also down low, Tyler Pierre, Joe Sullivan, those two controlling the glass is going to be huge. Oswego State, second chance points against Salem State, just 17-15 advantage, but against Baldwin Wallace, 22-11. You're going to need to see more of that type of number if Oswego State wants to have success against Marietta, and it's going to be Tyler Pierre, his big, strong body. He does an excellent job, second chance opportunities, pushing guys away, really getting rebounds that he has no business pulling in. That's going to be the biggest thing for Oswego State, those second chance rebounds off of the defensive and offensive glass.
And so against a team like Marietta, Cole, the Lakers haven't seen them before. They've never been to Rock Island, Illinois before. So, and really in a completely neutral setting, a team, arena, what could really give either team the edge into this weekend?
Well, that's really tough, and I think it's going to come down to coaching, though, especially games like this. You see it all the times. Coaches who have been around the block more than once are going to have success in the tournament, no matter what type of skill level they have on their teams. But both Jason Leone and John Vanderwall are in their 12th season, so that could be pretty much a wash. Leon has to make a couple less decisions than Vanderwall has to do, obviously with a shorter bench. But I think down the stretch, whoever can drop the right play coming out of timeouts or saying the right things in the huddle, wherever it may be, I think coaching is really what's going to decide this game. Vanderwall or Leon, it's going to be tough. Both these guys are very acclaimed coaches, Coach of the Year awards, conference titles, tournament runs. They have it all, but it's going to be a coaching battle, I think, is what's going to be the difference, Ben.
And so one of the key players for Oswego State this season has been Tyler Pierre. We talked about him all season long. What do you think, or how would you say, how important is he to this team this season?
Well, he's their main target. Once Liam Sanborn dribbles the ball up past half court, they're looking for Pierre any way, shape, or form. And Leon has said it. They're going to get the ball down low to Pierre, and offenses or defenses are going to know what the Laker offense is going to run, but they're not going to be able to stop you. See right there, just second, third chance. He just got a great second effort. The kid puts his nose to the grindstone, and he's going to outwork guys down low. Obviously, these teams get better and better as you go on, so he's going to be keyed on. Double teams down low at the paint. You know, are some times where he doesn't have the best touch, but overall, just his ability to get rebounds and settle things down, give the Lakers a second chance on offense is really going to help them out.
And so on the other side of this break, we're going to be moving from the hardwood to the ice, where the Lakers are able to earn an at-large bid to the NCAA Tournament. Find out when we come back. You're watching Laker Connections on WTOP 10.
And we are back on WTOP 10. Let's get into some college hockey here on Laker Connections.
Well, the Oswego State men's hockey team found themselves as the underdog during the SUNYAC Championship at the Ira S. Wilson Ice Arena against the SUNY Geneseo Knights. Oswego State coming in off the SUNYAC semifinal win over Plattsburgh State. The big rivalry, always fun to have that for some momentum. And Oswego State used that momentum to draw first blood only 4.5 minutes in, with Jody Sullivan scoring in close over the shoulder of Devin McDonald on the backhand. But here comes SUNY Geneseo on the power play. Mitch Ferguson gets a drop pass at the point, and then in the circles takes a screened wrist shot past David Richey to tie it at 1 with 4:25 left in the first. And then the Knights kept coming, and then now they take a lead after a shot in the slot from Carson Kelly, which Richey initially stops, but Chris Perna sneaks into the wide open net for the rebound. Knights up 2-1, but Geneseo kept its foot on the gas pedal toward the end of the second period. A cross-ice pass from Andrew Romano to Tyson Empty gets past David Richey, taking a 2-goal lead, but don't count the Lakers quite yet, as they took on some momentum heading into the third period. Gillespie to Isaac and center ice, scoring off his own rebound, 3-2, 20 seconds left in the second, and they weren't done yet. And after a loose puck in the crease following a Tanner Spink stuffing chance, Travis Broman finds it and taps it past Devin McDonald to tie the game. But here comes Mitch Ferguson once again for the same exact spot, screened wrist shot, and with the 4-3 win, SUNY Geneseo was crowned the 2019 SUNYAC champions and received the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament this season.
And despite that loss, Oswego State's season is still alive. On Monday, the NCAA Selection Committee granted the Lakers the number 5 seed and a bye into the quarterfinals. Oswego State will then host the winner of Hobart and Plymouth State at the Marano Campus Center next Saturday with a chance to play in the Frozen Four. Captain Devin Campbell has his sights set on winning it all, but knows the team cannot look past their opponent at hand.
We got 3 games here to get to a national championship, and you can't look past a single one of them, but at the same time we're where we wanted to be at the start of the year. Maybe it didn't go exactly as to plan, but we're in a good spot and we're all very happy for it, but at the same time we're not taking it for granted. We're trying to do everything we can so we can bring a national championship to Oswego.
And Ben, what did you take away from the captain's comments during that press conference? Did an excellent job of fielding questions from reporters, but did anything stand out from you that you liked from Devin Campbell?
I think that answer specifically was like the captain answer, where we want to bring the national championship to Oswego, but we can't look past, in this case, Hobart. Like, we got to take it one game at a time, all the stereotypical stuff. But the way Devin Campbell presents it is such a unique way to me, where obviously Oswego State, their goal every year, and Coach Gosick hones in on it in October every time, is they want home ice advantage for the championship, for the playoffs, whatever it is, they want home ice. And they got it. Don't get me wrong. They got home ice for Hobart. They had home ice for the semifinals. And obviously, I think it was kind of they didn't want to get into the NCAAs the way they did. They wanted the automatic bid from the SUNYAC. Obviously, they still get it from the pairwise. That's got to be some sort of advantage, but they probably really wanted that SUNYAC championship automatic bid. And obviously, looking at the idea of you can't look past any opponent, they might have already beaten Hobart once, but it's playoffs. Anything can happen. We've seen it all season long.
Yeah, it's definitely tough to beat a team twice in one season. But Ben, did anything surprise you from any of the players or coaches today about their responses reflecting back on the SUNYAC final?
I wouldn't say maybe surprised, but more of a kind of unique statement from Richer as well, where he a lot of the time, and players have said it all season, that he puts a lot of the losses and pressure on himself, where it's all Richer. He takes it hard upon himself, and every goal he lets up, he considers it a mistake. And there's been a lot of times this season where he's just been down and out in every game that he loses or lets up a goal that says he should have had it. And he said that he's been thinking a lot about that goal the last couple of days. He's been thinking about how he has that shot 100% of the time, but as soon as he's screened, he doesn't have it. So I think Richer to come back and have that motivation, it's going to be unique to watch him play against Hobart and hopefully come back with some momentum. His last sentence in one of the quotes he had was, "I'm still upset, but one thing's for sure, it's not going to happen again, so we'll have to see next weekend if it's going to happen or not."
I love his answers. I loved his honesty that he had. For a goaltender, too, obviously you're the last line of defense, so if you give up a goal, it's going to haunt you. You're going to sleep on it. It's going to be tough. Obviously, you want him to move past those. He seemed confident, though, and just to have the type of honesty that he did, you don't normally get that with a lot of guys. So it was good that Richer really left it all out there, giving his full emotions to people and conveying it in an appropriate manner, too. But, Ben, one last question here on this. Reflecting back on that SUNYAC championship game, Oswego State's down 2. Broman comes back, finally is able to get the tying goal. What was going through your head at that point when Oswego State was able to come back against one of the best teams in the nation, as Geneseo is?
Really, I think it was being at the game. It was one of the first times Geneseo's crowd was kind of silent. With the Oswego State really kind of just took the noise out of them, took the breath out of them when they realized they tied it, and they realized kind of like, oh crap, here comes a hockey game in the last 10 minutes of the game. And I thought they played with some fire, and immediately what went in my head was the stereotypical, we can't get a costly penalty. And as soon as Jeff Stoll got the interference call, obviously it was canceled out with the unsportsmanlike conduct from Geneseo, but when you have a team like that still on 4-on-4 and you have that momentum of maybe Geneseo winning the penalty battle there and saying, hey, we got you, stuff like that, perhaps it led to the demise of the Lakers in that game to let up that 4th goal and all that just kind of wrapping around, but definitely I thought they played with some fire but looked good.
All right, we're going to take a short break, but don't go away. The first Lakers showdown of the season is coming up next.